So today's my last day of self-isolation, and I actually got up early. Woke up at 7. I think it's 7:30. Might lay in bed for a bit longer, and then I'm gonna do some yoga at breakfast. I'm gonna have like a mindfulness and exercisey type day. I want to do some handstands. Yeah, just wanted to explain what I'm doing today. I'm gonna lay in bed for at least half an hour longer, probably. Okay, so I thought I'd say a bit more, seeing as I was half asleep when I last spoke. So today I am trying to do the last episode of my self-isolation series, which is quite funny actually, because I planned to make 3 parts, do 1 video for 3 days, so then that would take up 9 days and then I'd have 1 day free, but I ended up spending 8 days making the first video and then 2 days for the last 2. So I made the arts and crafts one yesterday, that'll be coming soon, or should already be out, and then today I'm going to make the handstands and mindfulness video. So it sounds a bit weird, but there's a big thing about handstands or being upside down, really meant to lift your mood, so I thought it would fit in well. I've been wanting for ages to really get better at doing handstands because I used to do gymnastics and I was always rubbish at handstands and I want to try and get better at them. So especially now I'm getting more into yoga, and yeah, thought I'd do some mindfulness at the same time, get ready for work tomorrow, get in a better mindset. So yeah, I've got some books on drawing and mindfulness that I'm going to show you. I'm going to do some of, and do some yoga, do some handstands, and yeah, I'll talk to you a bit more about handstands and how they're meant to lift your mood and everything in a bit. Okay, so here are some books. These 2 are all about mindfulness drawing journal. I started doing this one every night, and I really like it. It's just like a really quick something that I can do that can take longer, can do quicker. It's kind of up to you how much time you spend on it, but it's just really pretty as well, really inspiring. So yeah, I like doing that. But also I've got this one, and this is probably the most beautiful book I own. It's just so nicely printed and illustrated. It's like neon colours. That's however that's printed. I think it's Rose. I'll put it on the screen. It might be I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so that's an illustration I did. My uni class made prints and we sold them to raise money for our final year show. So yeah, that's a print I made. Anyway, this book just looks beautiful. Like, I just love how that looks. I think it's the colours, to be honest. And yeah, the layout just looks nice. Yeah. Anyway, I started reading this book, but I haven't started actually doing the activities in it. But it's really interesting because it like tells you about body, mind and spirit, and all of the like knowledge and also interaction. So I think that's the best way to learn things, by doing. So I just wanted to show you these ones because I find it very hard to doodle because I'm very, I guess, uptight a bit. But like, whenever I draw, I feel like it has to look perfect, I think. Not consciously, but subconsciously. So that's what I'm trying to do with this book. My boss actually does a lot of art, and she had a book like this, and she was just like, just get an old book from a charity shop and just turn to a random page, and every time you feel like it, just paint, draw, do anything. I never draw from my imagination. I'm very much drawing from what I see, so it's quite nice to just draw nothing for the sake of nothing. So anyway, yeah, I have these books that people have given me. This all started with this, which I got into a bit, but not really. I like the idea of it and like looking at different people's on Pinterest and Instagram, but never actually really got into it myself. I mean, I wrote my name on the side of it. But yeah, so this is just like a prompts book, so it tells you like, draw flowers in a vase, draw a bowl of fruits, draw a dream you had, yeah. So like things you can draw from your imagination, from life, a bit of everything. I've had this a while actually, and I did start drawing in it. Not going to be able to find anything now because it's such a big book, but a majestic tree. Did some fish and butterflies. I quite like the butterflies actually. Oh yeah, so family portraits. Me, my sister, my cat, my mum, my dad, and my brother. Oh, and I love drawing hands. So, yeah, really like that one. Chunky finger. But yeah. And this one I've had ages and I haven't started yet. And it's on my shelf to do. But it's like really cool because it's like they've taken a painting and then they've taken sections out of it. And then you have to like just doodle, like create something out of that. I think it's a really cool idea. Love that. So Egon Schiele's my favourite artist. It says Paul. It looks like Egon Schiele's paint. Yeah, it says Egon Schiele at the top. So yeah, I love Egon Schiele's art. It's funny that they chose this one as the first one in the book, because he wasn't known for landscapes. It's funny, I turned to him just randomly. But all Max Ernst, sorry, I don't know how you say that. I love his stuff. Anyway, yes, so that's another book. But I think today, because we're trying to focus on like mindfulness and handstands and stuff, I'm going to do some stuff from here, because I really want to start this. And I like doing this one at night, so I don't really want to do that now. So yeah, a bit more information and focus power. I can spend doing that. So I just wanted to share this one because I really like this, because I love drawing organic lines in nature and stuff like that. You've probably heard of this because it's in a lot of films actually as well, but the Art of Kinsuki. So it's where it says in Japan, this Zen tradition. So I think they have this tradition where they paint broken crockery with gold to emphasise the cracks, because it's meant to show the beauty and imperfection, whereas in today's culture we're all about perfectionism and how everything has to be perfect. But this is about highlighting the beauty and nature of imperfectionism all around us. But they have a picture of a teapot here, and they ask you to get a yellow ochre pencil, gold pen. I only have yellow ochre pencil, and you could either draw. It says to draw the cracks in it, either looking at a tree or using the palm of your hand, the lines in your hand, and you can either look at the page or look away from the page. So I love doing drawings not looking at the page, so I was like looking at my hand and drawing the cracks, and I just think it's, I don't know if you can see, so yeah, just getting the darkness and the light and just the imperfection of those natural lines. Love it. Time for yoga. Oh, I'm tired after doing that. Okay, so my yoga practice, if you can call it that, I find it hard to feel confident about things I say, but my yoga practice, I guess, mostly consists of me just stretching, doing what feels good for my body, which I know is a big part of yoga, just doing exactly what feels good for you in that moment, in what your body feels like it needs to do, and that's basically what my yoga practice is. I don't know all the like perfect ways to do things and all the moves, I just do a move. But I might do a yoga video. No, I'm not really feeling it. I'm just going to do stretching and then we'll move on to handstands. So I used to be able to do an elephant lift from standing, not from sitting. But ran out of storage on my phone, what's new? But elephant lifts, yeah, I used to be able to do them. I don't have the core strength that I used to and control, so I'm trying to get that back and just get better balance in. I think it's my shoulders. Can't see because I'm wearing a baggy top. My shoulders don't open up whenever you see me do a handstand, so working on shoulder flexibility. Handstands are tiring. I'm gonna move the settee out of the way and do some against the wall. So just put some eyebrow gel in. I normally do really fluffy brows, but I couldn't be bothered today, so just drew some stuff on and some freckles. And I always feel better after that, so let's get on with learning about handstands. So I just wanted to quickly mention that these books, I think my aunt got most of them for me. I think my friend Holly might have got me one of them, but most of these are from my aunt. She's good at getting presents and she always knows what I'm thinking. So shout out to you, Aunt. Love you. I actually got into doing a lot of yoga and mindfulness from her and my grandma, because they've always been into like doing yoga and Pilates and knowing more about their body and stuff. So interested how I got into it. Yeah, it's them. Okay, so I'm not making this whole video on mindfulness and things that can do to help, but this isn't something I do every day. Like, don't be fooled. I have not done yoga in the past month or 2 months properly. Like, I've rolled out of bed and done a few stretches, which to me does count, but for a lot of people it wouldn't. But it's hard to get yourself into a place where you will practice these things to help yourself. So these are just things that you can do, like individually, not all together, because I don't know many people that have time to read, draw, do handstands, do yoga, learn things, you know, and do makeup. It's not something you can do every day. I'm just lucky and privileged that today I have this day where I can do that, so I'm trying to make the most of it. So yes, don't be tricked into thinking I do this every day. I don't think I've ever done this every day. I just it's just individual things that I sometimes do if I'm like, okay, need to get into it. But the things I do every day, which people probably wouldn't count as mindfulness, but I count as my form of mindfulness, is tidying my room. I think I've spoken about this before. Tidying my room, making my bed, and opening my curtains, and having breakfast. Those 4 things are things I try to do every morning to get myself into a routine. I love routine, and I know that my day's more successful if I have a routine, so it's just about learning your own mind and body. Another thing I love for mindfulness is educating yourself, learning things, becoming less ignorant, and something I really want to learn more about is mind-body connection and spirituality and stuff. But today I'm focusing on handstands and how they educate your head, how they affect your mentality, what they affect in your body, what they stimulate and stuff. I think I've learned a bit about this before, but it'd be nice to write down, because I think the act of writing is really therapeutic for me. And yeah, so I'm just going to get one of my many notebooks and just learn some bits. Okay, so I've just done quick 20 minutes researching. I looked at this little article, paper, and it's really interesting. It was just the cortisol and the antidepressant effects of yoga, because handstands are known to reduce cortisol production, which is a stress hormone, and they did this study to see the effects of medication on depression compared to doing yoga every day as a treatment. Some of them had yoga and medication, but they found that the cortisol levels were lower in the people that did yoga every day. So it's a really effective way of anti-stress effects, I guess, as they put it. So yeah, just thought that was really interesting. But yeah, basically I just looked at the physical effects of handstands, mental effects, and what you should do to try and improve handstands. So obviously physically it improves your core balance because it uses your whole body, like you're on your hands, so it's all your arm strength, shoulders because you have to open your shoulders, and your core, because if you, I call it in gymnastics banana, if you bend then you're not going to balance, so you need to keep really tight in your stomach bottom, your legs, keeping them so they're not flopping around, so pointing your toes. It's literally every part of your body in a handstand. I also just mentioned about calisthenics because I've really been wanting to get into that, because I've been looking for classes to go to, but it's basically exercises using your own body weight to improve strength, endurance, flexibility and coordination. So a lot of people can do this from any age because it's really good because it doesn't stress any bones or anything because it's only your own body weight, so it's not too heavy, etc. Obviously, being upside down, all the blood rushes to your head. You can get a bit lightheaded, but when you start getting used to it, that redirection of circulation relieves your pressure on your legs. So if you have leg pains or anything like that, I think it can help with that. Also, that redirection of circulation can really help with bone health in your wrists, arms and shoulders. And it also, I didn't know this, I knew most of that, but it stretches your diaphragm out, which is the muscle at the bottom of your lungs that helps you to breathe. So when you breathe, it goes up and down. I used to do it in biology, and that's probably completely wrong now, so get me wrong, call me out, but yeah, basically it contracts and stuff, and it stretches that out, so it helps bring more blood into your lungs to help with your breathing. So even helps breathing, full circle in this video. So mentality, it boosts your mood because the extra circulation to your brain reduces, helps boost your mood because it's raising, what was it, I forgot to write this down. It increases your mood by energising you and calming you at the same time. Bit weird, but I guess it depends how you're feeling. Like that increased blood flow can kind of be an endorphin releasing, kind of, because when you get really invigorated, you kind of have that lightheaded feeling like when you have blood rush to your head. So yeah, it can be. I guess that's why it's anti-stress, because it's like that, feeling relaxed, either calm or energised, one or the other. And that, in turn, because of that feeling, reduces the production of cortisol. I couldn't work out if it was just a psychological thing that because of how you're feeling, it then reduces cortisol, or if the increased circulation directly affects the reduction of cortisol. So let me know if you know that answer to that. But it also stimulates your thyroid and pituitary gland, stabilising metabolism. So that's quite interesting. It can really help you with losing, if you need to lose weight or anything like that. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. And just really, you can learn handstands any way where you're putting weight on your hands. So doing crow's balance, any sort of lift with your hands, anything like that, really helps handstands. But obviously just doing a handstand against the wall for as long as you can, as many times as you can, having a break in between of course, but that'll build up that strength and your muscle memory really, focusing on your form, so pushing through your hands and stretching through your shoulders, trying to keep in a straight line, making sure your feet are directly above your hands and everything's in between that basically. Yeah, that helps. So that's my 20 minutes of learning for today. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this kind of video, just a bit of like vlogging, learning, yeah, a bit of everything I guess. So let me know in the comments below if you like this. Please like this video and subscribe if you want to see more vlogs, learning, travel, DIY, a bit of everything. Thanks for watching.